Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into a time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
We head to 79 Wistful Vista to hear the husband and wife team of Jim and Marion Jordan portraying another husband and wife team, Fibber McGee and Molly. This episode goes back to April 8th, 1947. Oops! It seems that Molly may have twisted her ankle.
The Johnson's Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax products for home and industry present Fibber McGee and Molly with Bill Thompson, Gail Gordon, Arthur Q. Bryan, Gene Carroll, and me, Harlow Wilcox. The script is by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie. Music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. When it comes to spring cleaning, Mrs. McGee of 79 Wistful Vista has enough energy for two people. And we do mean Fibber McGee and Molly.
Raise your feet, dearie. I want to clean under the Davenport.
It ain't dirty under there. I looked a minute ago and I dropped my cigar.
Well, dust accumulates, you know. Come on now. Up with the tootsies.
No, why don't you do the other side of the room first?
I have done the other side. And incidentally, when you practice putting in the dining room, please don't leave your golf balls on the floor.
Oh, don't worry about them, kiddo. I can find them again all right.
I'm not worried about your losing them, but I stepped on one a couple of hours ago and twisted my ankle.
What? You did? My gosh, baby, why didn't you say so? That's terrible. Here, lie down here and give it a rest.
Oh, no, it's all right. I just mentioned it because...
Come on. Get off of that foot, Snooky. A twisted ankle is nothing to monkey
But,
with.
McGee, it isn't really any...
Come on, don't argue with old Dr. McGee now, precious. I didn't get a merit badge for first aid just for picking chiggers off the Scoutmaster. There. Lie down.
Of all the silly...
Let me put this pillow under the ankle. Which one is it?
Well, I don't remember now. It was just a temporary...
I'll put a pillow under each one of them then. I'll take no chances.
Oh, my.
There we are. Now then, where's the hot water bottle? Where's the ice bag? Where's the iodine? Where's Lena?
Here I am, Mr. McGee. And I got a book right here that tells just what to do until the doctor gets here and finds out you've done everything wrong.
This isn't serious, Lena. It's just...
Believe me, this little book come in awful handy the day my little brother sat on the hornet.
My gosh, Lena, your kid brother sat on a hornet?
That's what he said, Mr. McGee, and I asked him, did it hurt much? And he laughed at me and said, no, it was a dead hornet.
Oh.
And that's when the book come in so handy.
Huh?
I hit him so hard over the head with it, he has to part his hair between Simon and Schuster.
But now, Lena, this isn't
Look up sprained ankles in there quick, Lena. We can't let this thing go neglected.
Oh, no, I should say not.
Sure.
You know, I remember one time my sister was going to pierce her ears for earrings, and the doctor book says to be sure everything was sterilized, so my sister boiled her ears for 15 minutes.
Come on, Lena, come on. Here, let me take that book. I'll find it.
All right, so you'll find it in there all right, because last year when Uncle William got the old pneumonia...
pneumonia, Lena.
Oh, no, he had it before, honey. And, you know, Uncle William was always...
Here it is, sprains. What to do? Elevate the injured joint in a comfortable position.
It is comfortable, McGee. In fact, there isn't even anything
Place
wrong.
pillows or folded coat under the victim's colic in young babies is sometimes caused by swallowing air while nursing and... Hey, Lena, there's 5 pages missing out of here.
Oh, those must be the pages I tore out and mailed to Cousin Herman, Mr. McGee.
Huh?
You see, he had his eye on his thigh once.
You mean he had his tie on his eye?
No, he was buying a pig pen and he got bit by a sow. And he knew pigs were awful skeptic, you know, and he didn't want a confection to set in, so I sent him some advice.
Now, never mind all that, Lena, never mind. Get me the hot water bottle and the ice pack. We can't just stand here and do something. We got to talk.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't.
Yes, sir, ain't that the truth? I'll get him right away, Mr. McGee. But just let's not get all excited. As the fella in the French Revolution says when he seen him putting up the guillotine, let's all try to keep our heads. Oh, I ain't got nobody.
How's it feel now, Molly? You in much pain? Can I get you some aspirin? A drink of water?
Please now, dearie. I don't want a thing. My ankle doesn't hurt a bit, really.
That's a bad sign, kiddo. It's numb. I better call Doc Gamble.
No, for goodness sakes. I tell you, I'm perfectly all right. And I have so much work to do, I simply can't lie here.
Relax now, baby, relax. I'll do the work. Don't you stir a muscle. First thing I'll do is finish vacuuming in here.
Now, McGee, I'd rather...
I'll get that.
What was that?
I ran the vacuum over my key ring. Must have fell on the floor while I was sitting on the sofa. Oh, well, I'll fix that later. What'll I do now, Snooky? Dust a little?
Oh, no. No, never mind, Pet. I'll do it. Just let me get up out of here.
No. You mustn't move. Don't put any weight on that ankle. I'll just dust the table and chairs and stuff.
McGee, don't dust with your handkerchief.
No, it ain't one of my good ones. My good ones are all... Whoops, I knocked the lamp over. Don't you worry, baby. I'll get the hang of it. Hey, where's Lena with that hot water bottle? Don't she know where we keep it?
Do you?
No, I don't. Oh, yes, I do, too. It's right here in the hall.
No, McGee, that's one of the things I have to clean out when I...
8th, 1947, Fibber McGee and Molly on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE. 833-34-BIBLE.
Hi, this is Kyle Horvath with the White Pine County Tourism and Recreation Board. If you want to get away from the big cities and get back to nature this summer, give us a call at 775-289-3720 or visit us online at elinevada.net. There's so much to do and see I can't mention it in 30 seconds, but check out our website and you'll see what Nevada is really all about. elinevada.net or follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Give us a call at 775-289-3720 or visit us online at elinevada.net.
Which is the bigger worry, Fibber helping or Fibber just staying out of the way? I think I know which I would choose. April 8th, 1947, Fibber McGee and Molly on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
As soon as I finish wiping these ashtrays, I'll take down the draperies and wash the curtains, Molly. Then I'll wax the picture frames and windowsills, glow coat the kitchen linoleum, and how does your ankle feel now?
It feels fine, but I feel so silly lying here on the couch when there's absolutely nothing wrong with me. My goodness,
What
McGee.
do you mean, nothing wrong?
I simply mean that my ankle is perfectly all right.
You take my word for it, kiddo. A sprained ankle can be pretty serious. I knew a guy once sprained his ankle and limped so bad on it he threw his sacro-almanac out of joint.
You don't mean almanac, you mean iliac.
Oh, no, I don't. Iliac is an island in Lake Superior. Good fishing up there, too. I remember one time.
No, that's Mackinac.
Oh, you're mistaken, my dear. A Mackinac is a guy that fixes motors, and it's pronounced mechanic. It's from the Indian word mekohanica, meaning grease all over steering wheel.
That may be, sweetheart, but I still maintain the word you mean is sacroiliac.
What'd I say?
You said sacro-almanac. An almanac is a book that tells you the best time to plant your corn.
I don't need an almanac for that. I plant mine every Tuesday night, just about this time. Now, you stay perfectly quiet till Doc Gamble gets
Oh,
here.
McGee, you didn't really call Dr. Gamble.
I sure did, baby. I'd take no chances with things like this. He said he'd be here as soon as he could, and for you not to move around any.
But I'm not hurt. I merely told you I'd stepped on one of your golf balls.
Oh, forget it, Snooky. What's a 35-cent golf ball when your ankle is at stake? Now, you tell me what you want done around here, and I'll do it.
Well, I was going to darn some of your socks.
I'll darn the socks. I did it before I was married, by George, and I can still do it.
Yeah, I know how you did it, too.
Huh?
You puckered the cloth up around the hole, tied a string around it, and pounded the lump down with a hammer.
So what? After all, I was just a kid then. Oh, there's good old Doc. Probably left some guy in agony on the operating table just so he could rush over here and look at your ankle. He a real humanitarian.
Oh, dear. Now, if you'd only listen to me...
Come in.
Hi, chillin'. How's every little thing?
Hello, Mr. Wilcox.
Lower your voice to a bellow, will you, Junior? This is a sick room.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. But now that you mention it, pal, you do look pretty horrible. Something you ate?
I am not sick. It's Molly.
Really? You never know what to look at her. Nothing serious, I hope, Molly?
Oh, I never felt better in my life, Mr. Wilcox, but you know how McGee is. He runs for an ambulance if your heels get run over.
Don't you let her kid you, Junior. She sprained her ankle, and she's just being brave about it.
Nonsense. I told you all along there wasn't
So
any...
I put her right to bed here on the Davenport, called Doc Gamble, and took over the housework myself.
Well, that ought to put her back on her feet again, if only in self-defense. Anything I can do to help?
No, thank you, Mr. Wilcox. I'll be up and around in no time, and if
As a
McGee-
matter of fact, Junior, I did have one question. Step out here in the kitchen a minute, will you?
Sure. Excuse us, Molly.
Certainly, boys. Take your time.
This way, Harlow.
What's on your mind, pal?
It's about this stuff you use for kitchen linoleum, Junie. This.
Cement?
No. You know, I've heard you mention it, I think. You know, the stuff everybody uses to keep it shiny and clean and new looking.
Oh, Glow Coat. Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat.
That's it. That's the stuff. Got any on you?
Sure. Got a lot of it out in my car. I'll be right back. Is this the back door?
Yeah, just...
Okay, sit around. Always keep it where I can get at it.
You're the first jet-propelled salesman I ever saw, boy. How do you use this here Glockamora?
Glow Coat.
Yeah.
Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat.
Yeah. How do you use it?
Well, gee, didn't I ever tell you? I'd have sworn I'd mentioned it around here.
Oh, you know how I am, kid. In one ear and out the other. You just pour it out, do you?
Yeah, like this, see? There, that's about enough.
You mean you just make a kind of a little puddle with it?
No. You spread it around with a long-handled plier.
Oh, here's one. Here, right here.
Swell. Now watch. Just spread it around evenly like this. No work at all.
Oh, I get it. Then you wait a few hours for it to dry.
No, silly. It dries in 20 minutes or less.
No kidding.
Absolutely.
Then you go to work and rub it and buff it, eh?
Of course not. Not with Johnson's Glow Coat. It shines as it dries.
Oh.
No rubbing, no buffing. Look, it's drying already. See that beautiful gleaming surface?
Yeah, say, that looks... Hey, you missed one little place under the stove there.
Where? Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I got it.
Fine.
Hey, see, pal, that's all there is to it. Now the linoleum is protected against dampness and footprints, and you can wipe spilled things up with a damp cloth.
My gosh, that's wonderful. Well, I'm certainly glad I found out about this stuff, Junior. Thanks for the demonstration. Well, I got to get back and take care of Molly.
I'll come with you. No. I glow-coated myself up against the back door. I'll go out this way. See you later, pal.
Okay, Waxy.
Funny, I felt sure I'd told him about Glow Coat before.
What's so amusing, McGee? Mr. Wilcox gone?
Yeah, and you know what? I just Tom Sawyered him into Glow Coat in the kitchen linoleum. I pretended I'd never heard of it. Ain't that a panic?
I'm just doubled up with laughter.
Well, don't do that. You got to stay quiet till Doc Gamble gets here.
This is so silly, McGee. I've got too much to do.
Whatever it is, I'll do it. Now, let me see. I'll start taking down the draperies. I better get a ladder, so... Come in.
Hello, Fizzer. Hello, Cupie.
Well, heavenly days, Mr. DePopulis.
Nick DePopulis. Hi, Nick, old man. I haven't seen you for a long, long time. Come on in.
Thank you. Quite a bit.
Well, how are your wife and all the children, Mr. DePopulis?
Oh, everybody is in good shape, Cupie. Except my little girl, Sophie. She won't have a good shape till she stops eating so much ice cream and peanut brittle.
Brittle.
The way she eats it is brutal.
Say, I haven't seen your oldest boy around lately, Mr. DePopulis. You know, the big handsome one?
Oh, Demetrios. No, Demetrios, he's a lieutenant in the Maroon Corps. I'm very proud of Demetrios. He is the best oldest son I ever had.
A lieutenant in the Marine Corps, eh? You got to be pretty good to be a shaved-tail with that outfit, Nick.
You said so. Demetrios has got more muscles in his little finger than I ever had in my whole head. He's with flying machines, a bomba darling.
A bombardier?
Dear, darling, anyway, they love him.
How many children you got, Nick, old man?
Well, now, let me see. Starting with the ones in long pants, there is Demetrios, Agathakis, Costa, Ulysses, Chilios, George, and Sophie.
Sophie, I thought you said they were starting with the ones in long...
She wears slacks.
You got a new baby, too, haven't you, Nick?
Oh, sure. A cute little squeegee, too.
Yeah?
Last night, I'm sitting on the edge of his cribbage and telling him all about Snow White and the Seven Midgets.
Oh, that's a good
Oh, that kid, he's loving it.
Is that so?
When I come to the part where Little Red Riding Breeches chops down the beanstalk so Jack the Killer Diller can rescue Cinderella and Simple Simon, he's asleep like a wink.
I'm afraid you have that story a little mixed up, Mr. DePopulis.
Oh, what's the difference? He's just a little baby, and you know how little babies are. They like a change now and then. Well, good to see me back some more, Fizzer. So long, Cupie.
McGee, what on earth are you doing now?
I was just cleaning the mirror in the hall, kiddo. Slipped out of my hand. That other noise you heard a minute ago was when I stuck the broom handle through the wall plaster. I can fix that up with some plaster Paris, so don't worry about that. I can get that
Dearie,
fixed.
now, I've been lying on this sofa for not more than 20 minutes, and you've practically wrecked the house already. I'm going to get up and finish the cleaning myself.
Oh, no, you don't, baby. You got to lie still. Doc Gamble says so. He'll be here any minute
But I
now.
don't need it, Doctor. My ankle is all right.
You don't know it's all right till Doc sees it. Now, you just stay. Ah, here he is now. Come in, Sawbones.
What did you call me, McGee?
Huh? Oh, hi, Latrivia.
He was expecting Dr. Gamble, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, Molly's got a twisted ankle. I've been trying to keep her from moving around on it.
Oh, a sprained ankle can be pretty bad. Are you sure you know how to take care of it till the doctor gets here?
Do I know how to take care of it, he says. A guy with Indian blood like I'm a guy with can make medicine out of roots and herbs if necessary.
I see. You have Indian blood?
Practically. One of my uncles was a whatapotomy.
Potawatomi, McGee.
Oh, yeah, you should have seen the tummy on him. No Potawatomi ever had a pot like my whatapotomy uncle. Incidentally, His Honor, you ever have a bad sprain?
Indeed, I have. At a very inconvenient time, too.
What do you mean, kid?
Well, it was several years ago in England. I was to escort my mother, who was to be presented at court.
Oh,
And on-
how terrible. On what charge, Your Honor?
I beg your pardon?
What was she being jugged for, boy? Nothing serious, I hope.
She was not being jugged, as you so vulgarly put it. Don't you know what being presented at court means?
Oh, he certainly does, Mr. Mayor. Remember the time he got sued for refusing to pay for those encyclopedias, dearie?
Yeah, they were no good. I went all through the C's trying to find kilocycle and all through the K's looking for cucumbers, and they weren't there. It was a jip. But how'd your mother come out, boy? Acquitted, of course.
How could she be acquitted? She wasn't charged with anything. This was the Royal Court of England.
I hear that's the hardest place in the world to beat a rap, too. That's where the judges wear those long white wigs, isn't it?
Yes, but this was not that kind of a court.
I hope you weren't chump enough to act as her lawyer, Latriv. Them prosecutors can tie you up like a peck of green apples. My advice would have been to you...
I don't need your advice. This was not a court of law. This was at Buckingham Palace.
Heavenly days. They really took her right to headquarters, didn't they?
Throw her into a dungeon, did they? Or lock her up in the tower?
They didn't lock her into any dungeon or throw her into any dower. I mean, this was not a largamattle, a latamigal. It was not a legal matter.
You still haven't told us what she was in court about, Mr. Mayor. My goodness, it may have been just parking too long or driving on the right-hand side of the road. In England, you know, they drive that way.
Yes, I know. Now, let's get this clear. My mother was not guilty of any offense. She was in court to be introduced to their Royal Highnesses, the King and Queen.
Well, good for her, Latriv. I'll bet that impressed the judge. It's hard to get character witnesses as big as that. I'll bet he threw the case right out in the alley.
I tell you, the cousin that he was.
Huh?
Cuss. Dave. This was matter of merely meeting the Kong and King.
Well,
the Queen and King of England. I mean, the Royal Highnesses would... When you go to Buckingham Wheelpace, Bucking Pass Wheelbase, Winging Puss Buckingham, Bucking Panel Hammus, Packus, you were the witness. McGee?
Yes?
Did you ever consider going into politics?
Yes, he has, Mr. Mayor.
Often thought of being governor, Latriv, then maybe a senator and president. President, that is. What do you think I ought to run for?
The next time I see you, your life. Good night.
I loved Gail Gordon. April 8th, 1947, Fibber McGee on Classic Radio Theater. We'll also head down to Pine Ridge in our next half hour and see what's going on with lum-n-abner when Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox continues in a moment.
It's a big, bold story set in the heartland of America, along the edge of Lonely Mountain, and open for business. And so Big William Gorgon, played by handsome Michael James, fiercely set down his Midwest roots.
Oh, darling, we're going to sell bathrobes and raise chickens.
Set his adoring wife, Wilhelmina, portrayed by beautiful Glenda Olsen.
Oh, I love our store, Will.
But they hadn't counted on Big Ralph's bathrobes and cattle store coming to town.
Oh, Will, what will we do, Will?
Will had a plan, a way of facing off against tough Big Ralph. We're going to change the face of America. We're going to advertise.
Ad for what?
With print, broadcasting, and bus benches. We're going to tell people who we are and where we are.
What's a bus?
And so the story of how one man brought advertising to the heartland.
Oh, will it work?
It will. Well, my name ain't Will, Wilhelmina. You got to advertise or we'll die. And so the greatest marketing story of all time is here. Advertise or die, dopey.
Put your message on this national advertising platform. Email classicradiotheater@gmail.com. classicradiotheater@gmail.com. You know how every house has peculiar odors in it, whether it's cigarette smoke or whether it's fish you fried in the kitchen or just about anything? You can clean everything in the house, but you can't clean the air unless you get an Eden Pure Thunderstorm air purifier. Now, these are really neat things. They plug into the wall and stay there. The entire unit plugs into the wall. You don't have to take up any counter space, no filters to replace, and they work fast, and they're quiet. There's one right next to me here in the studio. Yeah, they've already sold over 200,000 of them, and you can get the best deal of all. You can save $200 on an Eden Pure Thunderstorm 3-pack, 3 units, one for every stinky room in the house, and save a lot of money. Go to EdenPureDeals.com, put in my promo code CLASSIC3, and you'll save $200. EdenPureDeals.com, CLASSIC3 is the promo code. Shipping is free. Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, the conclusion of Fibber McGee and Molly, April 8, 1947. and Molly's twisted ankle. Where's the doctor?
You know, we never did find out how long a sentence his mother got.
Oh, I'd ask him. I don't like to ask him. Probably don't want to talk about it. Well, I got to get busy, kiddo. First thing I'm going to do is move this piano so I can clean good behind it.
Now, careful, dearie. One leg on it is a little bit...
A little what?
A little weak.
Oh.
Look, Pat.
Yeah?
Will you let the cleaning go, please? As soon as Dr. Gamble sees my ankle, he'll know what to do. Oh, good, this must be him. Come in.
Hello, Molly. Hello, sonny boy.
Hello, Doctor. Nice to see you.
It's about time you got here, fatso. What have you been stalling around for? Sneak over at the public library to look up the treatment for sprained ankles?
Calm yourself, my boy. You only called me a half hour ago. I was on my... Well, what's been going on here, anyway? Broken glass, piano wrecked, lamp broken. Looks like Power's elephants have been holding a square dance.
Now, himself here was doing some house cleaning, Doctor.
Cleaning?
Never mind that, Doctor. You get busy and take a look at my wife's ankle.
All right. And I must say it's the pleasantest assignment I've had all week.
Oh, Doctor.
Come on. Never mind the sofa-side manner, Dr. Hirschholt. Get with the treatment. And if this delay has any ill effects, by George, I'll sue you till...
Hush, dearie.
Freeze is over.
Where does it hurt, Molly?
It doesn't.
Which foot is it?
I haven't the slightest idea.
No pain at all?
None.
Mm-hmm. No tenderness here? Or here?
No.
Is that bad, Doc? It says in What to Do Till the Doctor Comes that the absence of pain is not necessary...
Be quiet, you.
Okay.
My dear, this is worse than I thought.
Aha, you see? What did I tell you?
What do you mean, Doctor?
Look, there's only one answer for this.
Yeah?
24 hours in bed.
What?
Lock the door if necessary. 24 hours, no less.
24 hours. My very words, Molly. Come on. I'll help you upstairs.
No.
Huh?
Not her, you.
Huh?
You go to bed and stay there for 24 hours.
What?
It's the only way this woman can get any peace and quiet.
Yeah, but... Okay, Doc. I'm kind of tired at that.
Fibber and Molly return in just a moment. While you're struggling through your spring cleaning, don't forget what a wonderful help Johnson's Cream Wax can be. This newest Johnson's Wax was especially made to clean and polish your furniture and woodwork, and believe me, it does an outstanding job. Take a cloth and rub a little of this creamy white liquid on the most soiled part of your woodwork, preferably where there are dirty fingerprints. You'll be delighted with what happens. You see, besides genuine Johnson's Wax, Cream Wax contains two effective cleansing ingredients. They whisk away those fingerprints and soil spots instantly. And with just a light polishing, Johnson's Cream Wax leaves a really beautiful, lustrous wax finish. This hard, smooth wax gives protection against future soiling, makes dusting easy. Johnson's Cream Wax fills a real need, not only to give your furniture and woodwork sparkling beauty, but also for your white kitchen equipment. Why not get some? You'll like it. Johnson's Cream Wax.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very alarming shortage of nurses has forced the closing of whole floors in some of our hospitals at a time when every single bed is badly needed.
In passing up a nursing career, young women are passing up one of the most satisfactory of all professions. Opportunities for advancement are good, salaries and working conditions are continually improving, and no other job offers so much downright self-satisfaction as a nursing career.
You young women between 18 and 35, give it some thought. Check with your nearest hospital for information on how to apply for entrance to a school of nursing.
A nurse has a professional status which the world respects and admires.
Good night.
Good night, all.
From April 8th, 1947, Fibber McGee and Molly on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
Are you suffering with arthritis or osteoporosis? Do you have diabetes? Did you know that these are just two of the hundreds of diseases that have seen improvement with Dr. Wallach's incredible longevity products? You can't get them at a health food store. The only way to get them is to call us at 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065. Do you have heart disease, fibromyalgia, or high blood pressure? Do you have a terrible time losing weight? Dr. Wallach can help. He was a veterinarian and cured diseases in animals. He felt that he could do the same for humans, so he became a physician. Over 50 years of research and helping people like you goes into every bottle of Dr. Wallach's amazing discoveries. Do you want to feel better? Learn how to treat the cause of your problem rather than covering up the symptoms with drugs. Call 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065.
All right, let's head to Pine Ridge, Arkansas, see what's going on with Lum-n-Abner. This episode originally broadcast April 8, 1953, and Grandpa and Abner dealing with the Hindu prince.
Granny's, Abner, I believe that's our ring.
Aye, dog is Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, Jot 'em Down store. This is Lum-n-Abner.
And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge.
Hi, this is Dick Huddleston. Well, the fake Hindu prince the squire brought to Pine Ridge to pretend to heal Lum's equally fake broke leg made the mistake of accepting an invitation to stay at Abner's house. Abner and Grandpap, unbeknownst to Lum and Squire, were planning to put a test to the Hindu miracle man's supposed powers. Well, let's get over to the Jot 'em Down store and listen to Abner and Grandpap discussing that gala affair.
And old Lum don't know the pigeon-toed prince has flew the coop, huh?
No, I hate to think what he's going to do to me when he finds out, too.
Yeah, you sure throwed a monkey wrench into the works that time, Abner.
Well, you helped do it, Grandpap. You was over at my place, too, you know, trying to get the prince to stick his feet in them hot coals and all that.
Yeah, but it was mostly your ideas. You was the one that got the prince to stay over at your place there.
You was just as anxious as I was to see him eat glass and razor blades and everything. Admit it now, wasn't you?
Well, yeah, I reckon so.
Yes, sir.
He never did do nothing, though. Didn't do one single spavined-legged thing we had fixed up for him.
Not a single one.
Of course, I will say he jumped over high in the air when he sat on that pincushion you put on his chair.
I bet you he went 10 foot in the air.
Yeah, it was a pretty good scream he gave, too.
I'll tell you, to be honest, Grandpap, that screaming made me suspicion that he weren't actual, a real, genuine Hindu miracle man, though. They ain't supposed to feel no pain at all. Leastways, that's what Lum told me the other day.
I kind of think he was a fake myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't even touch that bowl of broke glass you set out for him.
Not even sample it. Just looked scared and started backing away.
Biggest one disappointment I ever had in my whole knock-kneed life.
Me too.
I'll tell you one thing, Abner. If I was you, I'd lawsuit him for ripping up your screen door when he run out of there last night.
Yeah, he went right through that thing. Never stopped once.
Make him pay for it. I'd lawsuit the varmint.
Well, I ought to, I reckon. But I was going to have to get a new screen door before long anyway, so...
What do you need with a screen door?
Keep the flies in the house natural.
Oh, yeah. But when a feller does damage... Oh, wait a minute now. Didn't he leave his turbine over at your place?
I believe it fell off his head when he jumped off the pincushion there, yeah.
Well, now, that thing ought to be worth something. It had an emerald or a sapphire or some pigeon-toed kind of a jewel on the front of it there.
Well, Grandpa...
Big as a soda biscuit.
I wouldn't want to keep a man's hat. That belongs to him. Besides, it ain't worth nothing. That jewel's just a hunk of glass.
Glass? Is that all it was?
That's all.
Oh, for pity's sakes, I thought that was worth $1 million or $1,000.
No, it wasn't even a good grade of glass as far as I could see. It looked like an insulator off a telephone pole.
Yeah, it did, sort of.
Sure.
You know, he strikes me as being an awful poor excuse of a Hindu prince, Abner. Real second-rater, if you want my opinions.
Well, I ain't sure he is a Hindu prince. Inside that turbine is a label that says that it come from Felknap's costume shop in Kansas City.
Kansas City?
Yeah. Now, you know a real, genuine imitation Hindu prince ain't going clean to Kansas City to get a hat.
Why, of course not.
He's going to buy his hat right there in Hindu.
Natural. I'll tell you, I never trusted that varmint the minute I laid eyes on him. Saw right away he was a fakeroo.
Well, how come you bowing and scraping over at my place, then? Doggos, I thought you was going to shine his shoes for him.
I never done no
You
thing.
done it, too.
Well, I was just trying to egg him on, was all. Setting a trap for him, that's what I was doing.
Oh, sure.
I was.
Prattle.
Don't prattle me, you little varmint.
Grandpap, now, don't start a fight. I got enough to worry about. The old Lum, when he finds out what we did, he's going to skin me alive just sure as the world.
Excuse me, Abner, I never meant to dress and spill my temper.
Just calm down now. Sit there.
Well, you done him a good turn, looks to me like.
Good turn? How's Lum going to get his broke leg healed up now? Doggos, him and Squire had made all arrangements to put on a demonstrate over at the lodge hall today. Got the chairs all set up, and I don't know what all.
Yeah, I know. But if you want my honest opinion, I don't believe that prince could heal Lum's leg no ways.
Well, he don't actually have to. Lum's leg ain't sure enough broke.
What's that?
Oh, I wasn't supposed to tell you that.
His leg ain't broke, you say?
No. Well, I might as well tell you. He just used that as an excuse to get out of a date with Sister Simpson. And everybody started being so nice to him that he didn't have enough nerve to tell him it weren't true.
Well, if that don't beat the bugs a fight.
Now, don't you tell him I told you.
If
now.
that don't take the rag off in the breast.
Now, don't tell him, Grandpa.
I'll be a pigeon-toed son of a spavin-legged monkey's knock-kneed uncle.
Oh, wait a minute. Look out there, Grandpa. There comes Squire Skip. I better hide.
Hide? What for?
Why, he'll skin me alive. The prince is his friend.
Does he know he's gone?
Oh, he's bound to by this time. More than likely called over there this morning to see how the prince is getting along. Hey, I'm going to duck behind the counter here, and don't you let him know where I'm at now.
Well, now, wait a minute, Abner.
Hey, Abner.
Oh, Grandpapa, where's Abner? Where's Abner, you say?
Yes, sir, where is he? Where is the little cuss at?
Abner, you mean?
Yes, Abner.
Abner who?
Abner Peabody. What's the matter with you anyway, Grandpap? Is he out making the deliveries?
Is who out making the deliveries?
Abner.
Oh, him. What'd you want to see him about, Squire?
Grandpap, did you know what that little varmint did? He ran Prince Ali Cush out of town.
Oh, he never.
He did it, scared the daylights out of him. Just wait till I get my hands on that Abner.
How do you know he done all that, Squire?
Why, the prince told me. He phoned me from Joplin, Missouri about a half hour ago. He said that Abner and some other old goat, I don't know who that was.
Yeah, I reckon who that could have been.
Well, he said those two fiends submitted him to an evening of the worst torture you could imagine. Worse than the old Spanish Inquisition. Said he was lucky to get out of there with his life.
Well, I do know.
You know anything about this, Grandpap?
Anything about what?
What I've just been telling you.
Oh, that.
Great balls of fire, Grandpap. Can't you understand anything?
Well, you're raving and ranting so hard there, fussing and fuming, it's hard to follow what you're saying.
All right, I'll slow down. Just tell me this. Do you know where he's at?
Where? Who's at?
Abner.
Oh, Abner who?
Dadgummit, Grandpap, you're driving me to distraction. Is Abner out making the deliveries? Abner Peabody, that is.
Well, now, he generally does make them just about this time every day.
Well, I'll find him. He comes back here, well, don't let him get away.
Yeah, all right, Squire. All right, Abner, you can come out now. He's gone.
Doggone, Grandpap, you done good. You sure saved my life. If I can ever do you a favor, just let me know, buddy boy.
Well, I'll tell you, buddy boy, there's one favorance you can do right now.
Good. What is it?
Just don't tell Squire who that other old goat was that helped you run the prince out of town.
Well, if you stay here and warn me every time Squire comes back so as I can hide again.
Well, Abner, I can't sit here all day and... Uh-oh, look who's coming up out there now.
Oh, my goodness, Squire?
No, it's just as bad, though. It's Lum.
Oh, me, I better hide again.
Yeah, it's too late, Abner. Besides, you got to face him sooner or later anyway. You better just confess.
Yeah, I reckon so. Oh, I dread this. Morning, Lum.
Yeah. Morning, Abner. Oh, howdy, Grandpap. How are you? Oh, just only tolerably, Lum.
Nice day, ain't it, Lum?
Well, I never paid no particular attention where it was or not.
Oh, but you don't look like you feel very good.
Oh, I don't, Abner, I don't.
Oh, well, here, let me help you with a rocker. That's it now. Just take it easy, old boy. Grandpap, take his crutches for him there.
Yeah, you betcha.
Easy now, Lum. Now, just sit down. Want me to get you a pillar to sit on? How about a dipper of water? Are you warm enough? Are you comfort?
Well, for goodness sake, stop hovering over me, Abner.
I just want to be good to you, Lum, 'cause I love and admire you so much.
Wait a minute. Wait just a minute.
Huh?
What are you putting on this big act for? What have you did wrong now, Abner?
Huh?
Come on, tell me, what have you did?
Why, I ain't did nothing. Hardly.
What is it?
Well, Lum, I never meant to do it.
Here we go. Grannies, you'd think I'd had enough troubles for one human being, but no. No, you got a pile of batch more on top of them.
Well, I'm sorrowful, Lum.
Never slept hardly a wink all night trying to figure what's right and what's wrong, and now I come down here and... Well, go on, tell me. What'd you do?
Well, actually, we was trying to help you, Lum, sorta. And we was just trying to make him feel at home.
Make who feel at home?
The Prince Ollie Cush. Me and Grandpap was just trying to make him comfort and all, and then...
Oh, you was mixed up in this too, huh, Grandpap?
Sure he was.
It was mostly Abner's idea.
You was studying him up, too. It was your idea to try to get him to swallow that hot poker.
Swallow a hot poker?
For some reason, he never done it, though.
What in the world was you fellers doing now?
Just trying to get him to give us a demonstrate how them Hindus do all that stuff, that's all. Get him to sit on spikes and eat razor blades, all that junk.
Oh, for goodness sake.
He wouldn't do a single thing, just kept backing away, eyes bugged out like a trumped-on toad frog. And when Grandpap bring in a scuttle of hot coals for him to stand in, he run out of there screaming something wonderful.
Yeah, run right through the screen door. And I guess he never stopped till he got to Joplin, Missouri.
Yeah, or leastways that's where he was when he phoned Squire about it.
Well, then Squire knows this already, huh?
Oh, yeah, he was in here raising a ruckus like you never heard before. But honest, Lum, we never knowed the Prince was going to act that way. We never meant to ruin that healing demonstrate today. Honest. Honest.
Abner.
Now, Lum, don't whop me.
Abner, I want to shake your hand.
Please, Lum, I'll make it up to...
I said I want to shake your hand.
Shake my hand? What do you got in there?
You might not know it, but you done me a favor.
I did?
Yes, sir. The reason I never slept last night was because I don't know where I ought to go through with this demonstrate or not. Just seemed like all I was doing was adding another fib onto the one I'd already told that got me into all this. And that just ain't right.
It ain't, huh?
Of course not. If a feller does something wrong, he can't make it right by doing another wrong. He's got to pay for it in some way.
Well, I'll chip in. How much will it cost?
I don't mean pay for it in money. I mean a feller has to... You got to take the consequences, and that's what I'm going to do.
How?
The only way a man can live with himself, Abner, is to have a clear conscience.
Yes, sir.
So, Grannies, I'm going to get everybody on the party line and make a public announcement. I'm going to confess the whole dad blame thing.
Oh, no, Lum, you can't do that. No telling what folks will do to you.
I can't help it. I've got to do this, Abner. Step aside and let me get to that
Hey, now, Lum, don't do it now.
I've got to, Abner. I've just got to.
This Could Be Ugly. April 8th, 1953, Lum-n-Abner on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
Back now at the Bob and Ray Grand National Spelling Bee and the finals, and we're ready with Miss Grepley. And do you want the same word or another word?
Another one.
All right. Here's the word for Ms. Ruth Grepley. It is help. You're kind of in a rut, Miss Grepley. I don't know how this has worked out this way.
Help. Could I wait and think?
No, you'll have to spell this one because you haven't spelled any word yet.
H-E-A-L-P.
H-E-A-L-T-H, and Miss Grepley is the winner.
Oh, wait.
And you're coming down off the platform.
I've been down off the platform for about 5 minutes. I'm gonna...
Hi, Mr. Updike.
I'm gonna hang a fat lip on you there, Mr. Bob.
You have a beef of some kind?
You bet I do. You didn't help me, and I had it spelled right
I'm not supposed to help any of the contestants.
But you did. I heard you helping that Miss Grepley there. Or whatever her name is.
Just with a couple of letters, but a
couple of letters, that's the whole thing.
I was only trying to speed up the program because we were lagging there for a bit, and we have time limitations, as you know. Miss Grepley, you're the winner. You receive this beautiful silver loving cup, and, of course, your 1 week all-expense vacation in New York.
Oh, that's
a wonderful time.
And then what does the gentleman get?
Nothing. Very glad that you both were able to come. Thanks for being a good sport, Mr. Updike. And better luck next year, sir.
Well, I'm not going to enter your contest next year. No sirree, Bob.
No sirree, Bob and Ray. Some great old stuff there. Hey, thanks for tuning in here. If you hear shows on our program here, if you want to own them of your own, check with Ted over at radiomemories.com. That's radiomemories.com. He supplies shows on compact disc, on cassette, or on flash drive at a very reasonable price. Radiomemories.com. Also, please thank this radio station and support their advertisers. It is their kindness and courtesy that allows us to be with you each and every time we're here on your favorite radio station. Our shows are also available on demand, because if you miss a day, you don't have to miss a show. You can find them at iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Overcast. All you have to do is search on any of those platforms for Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. That's Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. And you can also hear our shows on demand at my webpage, which is classicradio.stream. There you can stream the shows. You can learn more about Classic Radio Collecting, contact us directly, and get all of our social media links. classicradio.stream. Thanks for tuning in. Tell all your friends the great radio shows are right here at this spot on the dial. Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on your favorite radio station.